Start of the fourth quarter here from Orange Coast College, Labard Stadium in Costa Mesa, California. It's a cool, breezy, beautiful night in Orange County for some high school football. And St. John Bosco, although they do lead by 4 here, 28-24 to start the fourth, Jay Serra, they have themselves a second and goal at the Braves' 1.5-yard line.
Friday night lights, perfect night for football, like you said, Chris, and a perfect night for an upset. Let's see if Jay Serra could punch this in and hold the lead if possible.
It's the second straight week St. John Bosco will be taken down to the wire, a team that coasted to Trinity League victories all of last year. Robinson will keep here on second and goal. Did he get into the end zone? We're still waiting for the ruling from the official, and he did. Touchdown, Jay Serra. They take the lead.
What a way to start the fourth quarter with a touchdown. Exactly what you need if you're Jay Serra, and that Jay Serra crowd has not sat down. They're all standing up and cheering, and hey, the pressure is on Bosco.
Well, why not? If you're Jay Serra, you've never beaten St. John Bosco in your school football history. I mean, a program that only formed back in 2004, take it or leave it, that's not a long time, and it certainly takes a long time to develop a program. Just ask St. John Bosco, who won their first ever state and CIF championship last year. But perhaps this is it. This is the game that Jay Serra gets it done. The extra point up and good off the boot of Warden. And all of a sudden, the momentum is shifted back to the home team, the Jay Serra Lions, and they lead 31-28 with 11:58 left to go in this final quarter of action from Orange Coast.
Yeah, if I'm Jay Serra, I want to write this history book my way. I want to call this season, and I'll title it the turnaround season, because that's what it is. I mean, last year, not making the playoffs, even though they went 7-3.
They got snubbed last year.
They got snubbed. Instead of 4-6, Crespi team goes into the playoffs. Talk about a snub there. I mean, 4 wins, and you get to go to the playoffs?
Four wins compared to a team with 7 in the Trinity League.
Right. And
that's outrageous.
And this is a team that's completely turned it around. I mean, I've said it earlier. It's a team in its first 3 seasons in the Trinity League didn't even win a single game, going 0-5 in each of those first 3 seasons, and here we are, undefeated at 6-0. If I'm Jay Serra, I'm playing proud.
Amazing to be worst to first in all of just a couple years here for Jay Serra. And no playoffs to the best in the Trinity if they're able to pull this one away.
31-28. 11:58 left to go in this final quarter of action. Warden will boot it off. Chenoweth from his own 3 will try to find some room to the near side of the field. Slips out of a couple of tackles, and he's stacked up at the 19-yard line.
Well, this is a confident Bosco offense. If I'm Bosco, I'm looking at this scoreboard. I'm looking at how much time remains. It might seem like we're going to need 2 possessions from this Bosco offense if they're going to come away with the victory, possibly.
And you know what makes me a little bit more confident for St. John Bosco? Sean McGrew's back out onto the field.
That's good news there.
If you guys were to switch uniforms, the Braves and the Jay Serra Lions, I wouldn't have known the difference. These 2 teams have played each other tough.
1st and 10 for St. John Bosco. Play action. Rosen, he'll look deep for Jarrett Harrell, but he overshoots him. Incomplete. Wow. Harrell had a couple of steps on his defender like he usually does, but Josh Rosen couldn't put that one on the money. It falls to the turf. Incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Maybe I'm overanalyzing here, but I feel like Harold had him beat big time, and he should have come up with that. He should have turned on the boosties right there.
It's amazing. I mean, understandable that's a little overthrown, but Rosen and Harrell has been, about 20% pitching cash this year? The rest have been drops and incompletions.
Way below the expectations. Sean McGrew's been right around the expectations as he has a huge hole up the middle here. He'll pick up a first down for St. John Bosco to the 35. You talk about Sean McGrew, now right around 220 rushing yards on the game. 4 touchdowns. He picks up a huge first down there for St. John Bosco.
Nearing 3,000 on his career, and he deserves every single award that he's going to get here, the former sophomore player of the year.
And every single scholarship offer as well. 1st and 10 for St. John Bosco from their own 35. McGrew will get the give again, and he dives his way up to the 37-yard line for a pickup of 2.
I like the aggressiveness of Bosco, going deep in the first pass and then going to their home run hitter, Sean McGrew, back-to-back times, and expect them to take possibly another shot downfield and continue feeding Sean McGrew.
Well, McGrew will trot on over to the sideline. Still 10:55 remaining here in regulation. Want to give him as much rest as they can. They're going to need him come the end of this ball game. Sims is the lone back here. Play action. Rosen going to take off and run. Has a lot of room. Shimmies his way past the 45 down to the 46. And that'll be good enough for a St. John Bosco first down.
Boy, talk about almost taking a big hit. Rosen right there slips the hard hit and finds that first down yard marker. But, hey, that was risky right there. I was expecting Rosen to slide right there.
When Rosen's at UCLA, he's going to be taking over for a guy by the name of Brett Hundley.
That's right.
And that man certainly knows how to run. So Josh has got to put on those running shoes as well. Even when he's back in the pocket like he just was. Handoff Sims, dives up the middle, and gets right around that 50-yard line for a pickup of 3 on first down.
Good to see Clifford Sims still involved despite a fumble. A lot of times in the NFL, as soon as you fumble the ball, well, that's the last time we'll see you in the ball game. But right there, Jason Negro electing to continuing to hand off that ball to Clifford Sims.
Got to trust your senior. 2nd and 7.5 here for the Braves. Sims will get the carry again. That's a big hole, and there goes Clifford Sims inside the 30, inside the 20, inside the 10. Touchdown for St. John Bosco.
Clifford Sims, despite you fumbling the ball, we still trust you. That's what Jason Negro just told Clifford Sims right there. Electing to go with Clifford Sims is a great idea.
It's a great idea, Dan. The first touchdown in about 4 or 5 weeks for the former senior has been drenched behind that lineup. Even Terrence Beasley has found his way onto the field, but now we have a lead here, guys. How about that?
And as much credit as you got to give to the senior Clifford Sims on that 48-yard touchdown scamper, that offensive line opened up as big of a hole as I've seen him open up so far this season. As Eric Daniels adds the PAT.
Well, there's going to be a lot of film study if I'm Jay Serra. Where are the safeties at? They're the guys that are the last line of defense.
Right.
Nowhere to be found. Instead, they're watching Ume and Harold on the other side.
Well, they've been able to stop those guys. It's just been that running game that has been oh so dominant here in this football game. We're right back to where we expected. But Bosco, not the kind of production that they're accustomed to having. They're next to last in the Trinity League running the football, but they have nearly doubled their performance with still 9 minutes to go in the football game. Almost 400 yards rushing here tonight.
It's kind of obvious what the Bosco defense is going through currently as they're about to take on the field. The growing pains. We talked about it earlier in the season. It seems like they're still going through it midway through.
Right. Both of these defenses are. It has been a back-and-forth affair, and it did not disappoint here. 2 of the top-scoring offenses. And I think the loser of this football game, there is no blame to go on the offensive side. Absolutely none. These offenses have come to show today.
35-31. St. John Bosco, they regain the lead, but they got to hold it for 9 minutes and 52 seconds. There'll be a line drive kick, and it will be returned by Jay Serra. Aguayo, the dangerous return man, across the 25, across the 30, and he's wrestled down at the 33. Another solid return for the senior, Ethan Aguayo.
There's no reason to panic or feel a little bit anxious if you're the Bosco defense. Just take care of business. Follow your assignment.
Just do your job.
Just do your job. Go back to the basics. Follow your fundamentals, and you'll be all right.
I'm sure that's what the Jay Serra coach is saying as well. They've done their job quite a few times here. That's 5 scoring drives for the Lions today.
The Lions will start at their own 33. Hand off to Vander. Has a lot of room. Picks up a first down. And there goes Edward Vander. Vander has a man to beat. And Vander is gone. Touchdown Lions.
One play.
That's all it took was one play. Edward Vander with a huge scamper right there. Touchdown. Jay Serra.
Edward Vander, 66 yards to the house. And both these teams with big runs here to open up the fourth quarter. They punch each other right in the mouth, and Jay Serra, they take back that lead with 9.5 left to go here in the fourth quarter.
Boy, you guys said it first. I mean, I was doubting the shootout, but this is officially a shootout now.
How about 14 points here, guys, in 12 seconds?
Wow.
That's called a shootout. And now St. John Bosco defensively got to go back to the drawing board on Monday. That's for sure. 38 points given up with still time remaining.
Boy, we've seen some fantastic running backs in this one as Warden adds the extra point for Jay Serra. 38-35 our score. 9.5 minutes left to go in regulation. And this is one of those games that has the type of feel that whoever has the ball last is going to win.
It does. I mean, and it might come down to a turnover. Who turns over the ball first might lose the ball game for themselves.
As you like to say.
Yeah, I love to say that. It's all about turnovers in a football game,
really
honestly.
Are you going out on a limb to say that again this week?
Not this week. I'll go out on a tree branch and say it.
How sturdy is that tree branch?
Not as sturdy as that Bosco defense who's been as shaky as they've been all year.
Boy, a shootout. We were right. 38-35. Jay Serra now on top of St. John Bosco. 9.5 left to go in the fourth quarter.
This crowd is anxious as the Bosco Braves are trying to figure out why in the world they're giving up so many big plays on defense. This is potentially their worst defensive performance as far as
I'd say so.
Points go
Yeah, it is.
this season. I mean, the holes for that Bosco defensive front have been bigger than a fishing net.
And it's because of that read option. There's a lot of confusion going on that Bosco defense.
Warden will boot it away. Chenoweth will not be able to return it. That's a touchback. Tried to get it out of the end zone that time, but in high school, if it even lands a centimeter in the end zone, it's a touchback.
We're going to try our best to hide some of the profanity that these Bosco crowd have been talking here tonight. This has been a very anxious Bosco crowd. They came into this one, I'm sure, expecting a dominant offensive performance,
Absolutely.
but
After you
not
dominated,
the defense.
Obviously, you're not the team you were last year if you're St.
Right.
John Bosco. But for Jay Serra to rise like they have and St. John Bosco to fall like they have, St. John Bosco 48-7 the victory on the road against Jay Serra last year. Here they trail and have 9.5 minutes to catch up. There goes Clifford Sims across the 20, down to the 24. A pickup of 4 on first down for the Big Red Dog.
See, the one thing that Big Red Dog.
Clifford, you didn't watch that when you were a kid?
No.
I did, Chris.
You watched it?
That was a cute red dog.
That was a cute red dog. Clifford Sims is a mean, hard-nosed running back. He'll get the handoff once again here, and he gets across the 25 to the 26. It'll bring up a quick third down for St. John Bosco.
Let's talk about this Bosco defense.
Before we get too far involved in a cartoon character.
Yeah, that's right. Josh Rosen, at the beginning of the season, even preseason, mentioned to us, hey, this is a defense that's going to struggle, and I'm going to be in the fourth quarter in a lot of games where I'm going to have to win it. He even knew it. So here we are, Josh Rosen. Win it for Bosco.
Third and 4 for the Braves. They have it at their own 26. 8.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. 38-35, Jay Serra. 3 wide set. The lone back Sims, and a flag flies in. That's probably going to be a delay of game on St. John Bosco, and it will.
Add on another penalty. Was that now 12 here, Chris?
As great as Josh Rosen has been in his tenure at St. John Bosco, not to knock him at all, but you kind of have to here. Any type of delay of game, delay of game, that's on the quarterback.
It is.
There's no play clock, though, here.
You got to have it in your head. It's high school football.
Are you kidding me? He's supposed to know what the referees are thinking? I don't know about that. And 35 points for Bosco today. That's a season high, I'm sure. Near a season high.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, it's a 3rd and 9. St. John Bosco still hasn't snapped the football. 3 wide set. The snap is back. Rosen has plenty of time, and a whistle will blow after the snap. Play's blown dead.
Jim Hardigan called timeout there.
Jim Hardigan calls his first charged timeout of this second half of action. This is a huge third down because
it is.
If you don't convert, if you're St. John Bosco, you have to punt. You're at your own 21-yard line, and what Jay Serra's offense has been able to do, up by 3, they punch in another score here.
Yeah.
Time is not on your side if you're St. John Bosco. You need this third down. I'd say you almost need to score on this drive if you're St. John Bosco, the way the defense is played.
And that was the purpose. That was the purpose of this timeout being called by Jay Serra. Jay Serra's coach, Jim Hardigan, wants to make sure he checks every single player right now. And you've got to be able to follow your assignment. I've said it all day. This is a football game where every little mistake will count.
Jay Serra.
That defense has made more than one mistake.
Well, Jay Serra, they're certainly not a slouch. They're certainly going to be up there. I'd be surprised if they missed out on the playoffs, win or lose here tonight. Obviously, a win would most certainly propel them into the playoffs. A 7-0 start would be remarkable, but even with a loss, this is a team that I look to see potentially again if you're St. John Bosco in the Pac-5 playoffs.
Seriously.
Jay Serra currently ranked number 9 in the nation.
What a leap they would take up if they could hold on.
Oh, yeah.
I think they may take a leap just by hanging in here, win or loss.
38-35 out of the timeout. 8:24 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Sean McGrew now into the game alongside Josh Rosen. It's a 4-wide set. Jarrett Bolter in the slot. The snap is back. Rosen, he's pressured, throws across the middle, and it's Chenoweth who comes up with a huge grab to move the chains for St. John Bosco. A 12-yard gain to the 33.
Joey Chenoweth right there acting like a leader, calling for the ball as he's going down the slant, asking Josh Rosen, give me the ball. Great job of taking the hit as well.
And a great job by the O-line picking up the blitz.
Teammates since they were in elementary school. Trying to make it happen late in the fourth quarter in Trinity League play. Handoff, Sean McGrew across the 35, across the 40. He's into Jay Serra territory, and he's dragged down at the 41. Tack on another 15 yards, a horse collar at the end of that play. Number 7, Connor O'Brien, brought him down by way of the horse collar, and that was the only way he was going to bring him down, or else it would have been Sean's 5th touchdown of the evening.
It's going to be interesting to see what Bosco elects to do. Do you go for the quick score, or do you run off some clock with 7:57 remaining in this quarter? It looks like they're going to have to go for a quick score because they're actually given 15 more yards.
Yeah, so close to that goal line. But Sean McGrew, are you kidding me? Another great performance by him. I mean, he may be near 300 yards, guys.
He might be cramping up, but you wouldn't know it looking at that run right there. Now Sims into the game. He'll get the carry, gets inside the 25, and dives down to the 20 for a gain of 6 on first down. St. John Bosco, you got to score here. You got to score 6.
Yeah, you don't want to tie this up and give the ball to Jay Serra, possibly with less than 4 minutes remaining on the clock. This is the type of situation where you need 6 points, Chris.
Although, Dan, you might want to run some clock here.
True.
St. John Bosco, they don't look like they're going to slow down that high-paced offense. Sims will get the carry again, and Sims is dragged down via the horse collar, and now the flag flies in. That's going to put St. John Bosco right around the 10-yard line, inside the 10. It's going to be 1st and goal. Jay Serra, who's played a very clean game. This is only going to be their 3rd penalty against him. The penalties come to bite him here in the 4th.
Yeah, and I wonder how much of that has been the punishment they've received on the run game. Are they wearing down? Are they wearing down mentally and causing mistakes? Big time right there.
Or maybe it's just the fact that these running backs are so good. And Jay Serra's having an impossible task as to stop these guys without the horse collar.
Half the distance to the goal. 1st and goal for the Braves at the 10. Rosen pressured. He'll throw on the run. Bolter gets it. Bolter breaks a tackle. He's into the end zone. Touchdown for St. John Bosco. With 6:59 left to go in the 4th, they take the lead.
We haven't seen much of Jared Bolter since the Bishop Gorman game in Las Vegas. Right here with the touchdown, coming off of the play action, right down the flats, wide open completely, had an open lane into the end zone. Touchdown, St. John Bosco.
I'm asking Jared, who? Who in the world is this tight end who has been completely library quiet for 15 quarters? He finally gets in, and what a time to do it here, guys.
What an asset Jared Bolter is right around the goal line. That's his 2nd touchdown catch of the season, and arguably the 2nd biggest game of the season. Had the touchdown against Bishop Gorman and scores one to put the Braves on top here. 6:59 left to go in regulation. St. John Bosco 42, Jay Serra 38.
Hi, this is Dan Godino of the St. John Bosco Radio Network. I'd like to send an invitation to you, your friends, and your family to Catalina's Little Grill, a Mexican restaurant located in Bellflower. Read about them on Yelp and notice all the good reviews. Try their weekly specials, the picadillo, a beef stew in an amazing red sauce. Not into meat? Try their pumpkin tamal, a totally vegan food with no GMO products or chemicals. On Friday, have the bean burrito, a green sauce called chile verde with beans and cheese. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And on the weekends, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Hope to see you and your guest here at Catalina's Little Grill.
Into the end zone, touchdown Braves.
Hey, this is Zach Robertson, and you guys are tuned in with St. John Bosco.
42-38. The shootout at Orange Coast is, I'm sure, what they'll call this one. After it's all said and done, 6:59 left to go, and now it's Jay Serra's turn to shoot right back. Edward Vander will return it from the goal line. Gets across the 20, across the 25, and he's dragged down at the 28.
Talk about some home cooking calls right there by the ref. Clearly stepping into the end zone. Should have been a touchback. Instead, they'll start in great field position at the 27-yard line. Decent.
So 6:51 left to go. This Jay Serra offense gets the football back, down by 4. We're in store for a good finish in this one, but how about the other games going around in the Trinity League? Mater Dei on top of Servite. That one's another barn burner, 13-10. Mater Dei on top of Servite with 2:33 left to go in the third quarter there. We'll keep you updated. And Orange Lutheran looking to send Santa Margarita to 0-2 in league play. They lead 34-21, that game being played down at Saddleback College. But back to this one. 1st and 10 for the Lions. They start at their own 28, and the handoff will go to Edward Vander, who gets up the middle for a pickup of 4 on first down.
If I'm Jay Serra here, I want to wind this clock down to its last second and just score a touchdown. You don't want to give this offense of Bosco any time. I don't want to see him on the field if I'm Jay Serra.
Yeah, that's very hard to do, though. I think you score any way that you can, even though you've been doing it 6 separate times here in this football game. And the defense on their heels again.
Jay Serra certainly taking their time here to snap this one off. Vander will get it again. Vander, though, will be taken down at the 35-yard line after a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up a 3rd and short for Jay Serra.
Jay Serra's a very confident team on 3rd and short. It's got Vander. They got Vander.
And they got that power package with the big Yale commit, DJ Bailey.
That's right.
3rd and short. The crowd will come to its feet here at Orange Coast. 42-38, St. John Bosco leads. 5:45 left to go here in the fourth quarter. 3rd and short for Jay Serra. Robinson will keep, spins out of a tackle, but he's pushed back after only a gain of 1, and it'll bring up 4th down for the Lions. Decision time at your own 36 here for Jim Hardigan, the Lions head coach.
If I'm Hardigan, I gotta put all my cards in right now and go for it on 4th and 1. Again,
they're bringing in the power package.
The play of the day was Jacob Gallier. He was the man who made the stop, and a big one at that.
The power package onto the field for Jay Serra. They're going to go for it on a 4th and 1. 42-38, St. John Bosco leads. Clock now down to 5 minutes left to go in the 4th. The pitch to Vander, up the middle, he'll pick up the first down. He's still on his feet across the 45, and he's taken down at the 47. Jay Serra needed 1. They get 8 on 4th and short.
Yeah, there's no reason you should fear Bosco on 4th and short, especially like I say, you got Vander.
Especially with that big power package in there and DJ Bailey blocking.
Yep.
That was a little too easy there. On a 4th down, not a single Bosco Brave touches the running back until he's 6, 7, 8 yards down the football field. Keep that clock moving. Now under 4:40 to go.
1st and 10 for the Lions. Play action. Robinson will throw to the far side of the field. It's caught by O'Brien, and O'Brien spins out of a couple of tackles. Ball came loose at the end.
And maybe a Brave
St.
penalty.
John Bosco thought they had it momentarily, but they will rule O'Brien down, I do believe. There is another flag down, and that could very well be holding against Jay Serra, which would be big time for that Bosco defense.
Great point. That could be the difference maker tonight. A penalty. Imagine that. Being backed up 10 yards.
It is. Holding against the Lions.
Boy, I don't know if Jay Serra has the offense to play a 3rd and long.
They do. They do.
Okay. We'll see.
Are you sure? I mean, they're a run first, pass second football team.
They do.
Another point.
Ethan Aguayo, Isaiah Diego Williams, Sam Felipe, Connor O'Brien, Ryan
Well, how
O'Brien. They
about
have
this?
plenty of targets.
Well, no, how about this? Only 1 deep play by Robinson today. That was the
And he
touchdown to
converted
Aguayo.
He converted it. They're 1 for 1.
Another point I want to bring up is the clock. At what point Does Bosco start calling timeouts to give themselves the ball
You
back?
don't. I don't think you do. Do you, Nick?
Well, I'm talking about if Jay Serra gets deep into Bosco territory.
But either way, they gotta move
hold.
the chains here. They have to figure out a
First
way.
and 20 after the penalty against the Lions. 4 wide set. The lone back is Edward Vander, who has a couple of touchdowns tonight. Vander will get the carry here, but Vander will only get himself to around the 39-yard line for a pickup of 3 on 1st and 20.
Questionable call right there. I want to see a pass from Jay Serra now. I want to see Robinson make a play right now.
Robinson, the future Division I quarterback, he's going to have to showcase his arm here if Jay Serra wants to win this game. 42-38, St. John Bosco leads. 3:45 left to go in the final quarter from Orange Coast. 2nd and 17 for the Lions at their own 39. 4 wide set for Jay Serra. Once again, Vander in there in the backfield with Robinson. Robinson will roll left. He's pressured. Hit as he throws, and it's incomplete.
Boy, right there, getting away with the mistake. Robinson throwing to the other side of the field. If you're a quarterback, you're constantly taught you don't do that. You don't throw across the field when you're rolling out left.
No,
You
that
don't
was-
throw right.
Well, no, that was the play call there, Dan. They had a guy wide open, but a fantastic defensive play.
Lady Espenza was in there on the quarterback hurry. Now a 3rd and 17 for Jay Serra at their own 39. Clock is stopped after the incomplete pass. 3.5 even left to go in regulation here from Orange Coast.
Does Bosco bring the blitz, or do they go conservative and play deep?
This is probably 4-down territory for Jay Serra, so you never know. Robinson back to pass, fires over the middle, and it's off with the hands of O'Brien. Incomplete. He took a hard pop after by Bryce Turner. And he's a little bit shaken up as he comes
that
to
would
his
have been
feet
a
here.
tough
And
catch.
now it's 4th and 17. You got to go for it if you're Jay Serra.
That's such a demoralizing drop by O'Brien. Even though it would have been a tough catch, he had enough to move the chains, and he knows it. And now he, off of very, very
Wow,
emotional.
how about this? Jay Serra's not going to go for it. They're bringing on the punting unit with 3:25 left to go, and I don't agree with this.
I think there's still plenty of time. Imagine if you don't convert, they can kick another field goal.
Jim Hardigan putting the game on his defense. A game that's been all offense. The Lions defense is going to have to come up big if they want to win this game. This is Scotto, Dominic Scotto, with his 2nd punt of the night, and he shanked it. Not a good one. It goes out of bounds at the 36 of St. John Bosco. And with 3:18 left to go in the 4th quarter, the Braves up 42-38. They get the football back, and if they can run it effectively on this drive, they can seal the victory and move to 2-0 in Trinity League play and make it 14 straight victories against Trinity League opponents.
This is where the depth of the St. John Bosco Braves takes over. Jay Serra, in my opinion, doesn't have the depth that Bosco does. So this is where Bosco will probably take over and call this one a ball game. Let's see if they do.
They don't have also an average 290-pound offensive front. That will be intact here.
3 wide set. Opening handoff of this drive will go to Sean McGrew. He'll pick up the 1st down, and a late flag does fly in the area of holding, though.
That makes them all the way back.
Talk about game-changing again. We saw it on the Jay Serra side. A holding, costing them the possession. Here, Bosco possibly on a holding.
It is.
This will possibly cost them their possession, and they'll probably have to punt.
Whoa. It is 1st and 20, though. 3:13 to go, guys. We still may see one possession for both teams. So this will be fun.
Trinity League play. This is what it's all about. Came
Every
down to the
week.
wire last week. St. John Bosco's defense came up big. Can the Jay Serra defense come up big this week? 42-38, the Braves lead.
Jay Serra gave up the first. That would be demoralizing if they give up 20 yards here.
1st and 20. 4 wide set. Rosen will look to keep here. Now he's pressured. Flushed out to his left. He'll hop on out of bounds with 2:56 left to go here in regulation. And he picks up about 3 on the run, but the clock will stop as Rosen ran out of bounds.
Still, he made 3 yards out of what should have been about -2, Dan.
That's right, and it just shows how much Josh Rosen has developed. He's listed as a pocket passer right there, acting like a runner.
Yeah, that's right.
2nd and 17 for the Braves. They have it at their own 26. The snap is back. Handoff. Sean McGrew has a little bit of room up the middle, but not much. Gains 1 That gap closed up quick.
I would have no
All
problem.
of a sudden, Jay Serra
Right.
has a chance here to get the football back. 2:40 left to go. The clock's still running. It's a 3rd and 16 for St. John Bosco at their own 26.
Yeah, I'd have no problem with them passing here, even though it's 3rd and 20.
Trust your senior quarterback.
Expect a screen play here.
Sean McGrew will trot off the field. Clifford Sims into the backfield. 3 wide set for the Braves.
Chenoweth is not in the game.
2 to the near side of the field. The snap is back, and they'll hand off to Sims, and he gets to the 31 before he's brought down.
This will be fun, guys.
And Jay Serra holds. They're going to get the football back with under 2 minutes left to go. 2:07 is where the clock is right now, and Hardigan will burn his second charge timeout here of the second half.
Hardigan has been around for 8 seasons now as a member of the Jay Serra Lions. And guys, a win here tonight would potentially be his biggest ever in his career. This would be phenomenal for them to, one, for the first time, beat a Trinity League opponent, really, of this caliber ever, and 2, to knock off the defending national champions. And this isn't a long road trip for Bosco. They barely had to move out of their own neck of the woods. And guys, Jay Serra, they could climb up the leaderboards big time.
Well, you talk about Jim Hardigan, how he started this football program 10 seasons ago. He's the athletic director over at Jay Serra as well. But let's not forget, Hardigan had some very good teams with Santa Margarita and Clovis West when he was the head coach of both of those schools.
Yeah, well, let's not forget here, guys. Servite to start the preseason was mentioned as the #1 team in California. Now, after their loss to Bishop Gorman, Mater Dei was regarded as that. Now, the very first time that St. John Bosco was ranked as the #1 here in Southern California, how about them not being able to defensively come to the plate? But they will have one more opportunity to do it. 2:07 to go.
Their defense got it done last week. 42-38, 2:07 left to go in the fourth. The
No
Braves
man
will
deep.
punt from inside their own 20.
They're bringing everybody.
Sean McGrew. The snap is back. It's a fake. Sean McGrew will run it. Gets to the far side of the field, and there he goes. Sean McGrew. Touchdown, St. John Bosco. Do you believe it?
Wow, what a call. That is the gutsiest call I probably ever have seen in the history of football right there. That's what I'm talking about. And the coaches tonight win it for St. John Bosco. They noticed nobody back there to return the ball. So, hey, why not give it to put it in the hands of your best player. Sean McGrew with his 5th touchdown of the night. Bosco takes the lead, 48-38, 1:56 left in this one, Chris.
That's not your ideal Sean McGrew touchdown run. Perhaps a preview of a Wildcat the Braves will run without Rosen next year. But we're focused on this year, and St. John Bosco now a 49-38 lead with 1:56 left to go. It's not over yet.
Yeah.
But after that long touchdown scamper by Sean McGrew from the punting position, you got to feel a lot better about your chances up by 11.
That defense has not come to play today. Let's be completely honest. But that offense putting 49 points on the board when they needed to make some plays to win this game, they have done just that. And I think that touchdown was coaching. I think Jason Negro may have given these Braves
That's why
an
Jason
11-point
Negro,
lead.
there's a lot of great coaches in Southern California. Bruce Rawlinson, Jim Hardigan, you can throw him into the conversation as well. But I believe Jason Negro is the best in the business, and you saw why right there.
The chess match that was. Checkmate. Winner goes to Jason Negro. Talk about strategy. I mean, you're bringing the house. If you're Jay Serra, you're bringing everyone. You're not even electing to return this ball, and guess what? You get shanked from behind.
Well,
it comes back to bite you.
Well, this is amazing. That's Sean McGrew's 40th touchdown, and I never thought it'd be an opportunity, but he may have crossed 3,000 yards. He may have over 300 today.
He does have over 300 today.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm sure.
5 touchdowns. Squib kick here from Daniels. It'll be returned from Aguayo at his own 8. Aguayo across the 30-yard line, and he's taken down at the 33. 1:51 left to go. 49-38. St. John Bosco leads. It's not over yet if you're the Jay Serra Lions, but what you need at this point in the game, you need a quick touchdown score, and you need to recover an onside kick.
This is weird. Jordan Harris is out there on the field, on the defense. Look at him right there at midfield.
He's in the safety spot. Bryce Turner, he was shaken up on the last offensive play for Jay Serra on the previous drive, so
It's not over, though.
That's why you see Harris there. It's far from over. 1:51 left to go. But you got to feel a little bit more comfortable now if you're St. John Bosco. Robinson will throw to the far side of the field, and it's complete to O'Brien, but that's only a pickup of 2.
Too conservative.
Way too conservative.
Way too conservative. You got to take some shots down the field. If you're Jay Serra, 1:47 left, you're down 11. You got to go for the home run right now.
And if you're Jay Serra, this is where you really miss a guy like Dante Pettis, who's now making big plays up at the University of Washington out of the Pac-12 conference. O'Brien did get out of bounds, so the clock will stop at 1:47 to go. On a 2nd and 7, Robinson will air it out again, and once again it's complete to O'Brien.
That's a flag. 15 yards.
15 yards as Trayvon Beck hit him as he was already out of bounds. It wasn't even a hard pop, it was just a little tap on the shoulder, but the referees,
I think
cooking for sure tonight.
No. Well,
It's safe to say that.
think,
Let's hear what Nick has to say.
No, I think the Braves got away with holding on that Shamagru touchdown. I was pretty darn sure the guy to the far right was being grabbed by the jersey. So I think it's right around even, but I will give you that. The Braves have been on other penalties, it has been far.
Well, we've got to admit,
Stephen ball game.
Bosco has been over-penalized tonight.
It's not all on the referees, but I think you got to put some of the blame on them. Now Jay Serra has it at the St. John Bosco 46, and this pass is incomplete, out of bounds, intended for Ethan Aguayo, and that time just some great coverage once again by DJ Morgan. He's really emerging here in this second half of the season.
He has, especially with that Bryce Turner injury. Jordan Harris is not the safety that Turner is, yet he's taken the fold as the number 1 guy.
If you're Jay Serra, don't you notice that? Don't you want to throw?
Well, it comes back to coaching.
Jordan Harris?
It comes back to coaching.
And Felipe is going to be on Jordan Harris's side here off a 4-wide set.
1:39 left to go. The snap is back. Robinson pressured in the backfield. Now has to try to get away from a tackle, but he's unable to. He is sacked back around midfield. And for St. John Bosco, it was Tyler Iosua, the 6'2 junior defensive end, back there to get Robinson. The clock will run under 1:20 now. 3rd and long for Jay Serra, trailing 49-38.
Jay Serra, instead of looking deflated, has to make some energy into themselves and create something right now.
4 wide set. The clock now at 1 minute left to go in regulation. Jay Serra trails by 11. Robinson will throw over the middle.
Wow.
And what a grab by Felipe.
But a
down
flag.
inside the 25. There is a flag in late on the play.
Oh,
Felipe
God.
is shaken up after the catch.
It's a major leg injury. Yeah. Jeez.
That's not a major one. He's hobbling off on his own.
Okay, that's good to see.
Thankfully, we saw one last week.
We saw Collins.
Hey, he got helicoptered on that.
Three fractures in Collins' foot last week. For a fantastic wideout for modern day. Felipe jogging off of the field on his own power there. A very good sign. A very good sign. 1st and 10 for Jay Serra. There was a flag back on the play, and it was against St. John Bosco, a face mask against the Braves.
To tack on even more now inside the
Red
red
zone
zone.
opportunity at the 12 with 59 seconds left to go, trailing by 11.
It's not over, guys.
This
This
is
will be
more
fun.
than enough time.
Yeah, this is going
This
to
will
be fun.
probably come down to an onside kick if Jay Serra can convert here. Clock will run under 50 seconds. The snap is back. Robinson, he'll roll to the far side of the field. Take a shot towards the end zone. Aguayo, did he hang on to it? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Jay Serra.
44 seconds left, and you score a touchdown still in this ball game. Hope is still present, pending the onside
That's
kick.
right. It all comes down to that. If St. John Bosco cannot pull out of this game, that defense is going to get they are going to get some extra work, as Dan likes to say on Monday. Because this has just been the holes have been far too big. This is just getting out of hand, the kind of defensive secondary, and how many touchdowns they've given up this year.
Jay Serra's going to go for 2 here, and why wouldn't you? If you get a 2-point conversion, it's a field goal game. 49-44 as it stands right now. The Lions will go for 2. They'll bring in the power package with DJ Bailey, the lone back.
It'll be the sweep to the left.
Matthews and Vander with the sweep. It's a fake. Matthews has room up the middle, but he's stacked up, and the 2-point conversion is no good for the Lions. 49-44, the score remains with 44 seconds left to go, and it all will come down to an onside kick for Jay Serra.
Boy, so now, after that missed 2-point conversion, now they have to score a touchdown. So the tide has changed all of a sudden. Instead of hoping for a field goal, you got to drive across this whole field, and hope for a big score very quickly.
St. John Bosco, certainly not the team they were last year. We'll probably never see a St. John Bosco team like the one we saw last year. Heck, even a Southern Section team like the one we saw last year. But if they can get out of this game with a victory, it just shows you that no matter what, even against the toughest of league opponents, they can find a way to win.
You're right. And just like you said, we will never see a team like last year. But this team right here is still considered the defending champion.
Absolutely.
You've got to be able to knock out the heavyweight champ, and it looks like Jay Serra is probably going to be
the
cut
wins
short.
like this, nail biters where defense doesn't perform, or last week where the offense was shaky, these wins I think are more impressive than last year's dominant wins, where can you hang in there and make the stops when it matters the most.
It'll be Ethan Warden attempting the onside kick. If St. John Bosco recovers, they win. If Jay Serra recovers, they'll have a shot to win.
Let's
St.
put
John
you on
Bosco
hold.
will call a timeout.
Very smart timeout. Jason Negro wanted to see what Jay Serra was going to come out with. It looked like the onside kick was going to be done on the left side. Now Jason Negro has an idea of what can and might occur.
That's great schematics there, Dan. I thought that was a great call, too, the timeout. I mean, guys, don't you think this is such an impressive way if they're able to pull out a win like this? I mean, you don't have the talent to go undefeated, but you have the coaching and the mental toughness to win games late in the fourth quarter.
And just to think, if in fact this score does hold up, we're still awaiting a monumental onside kick. It all came down to a fake punt. And how blessed is St. John Bosco to have a guy like Sean McGrew?
Seriously, for another year, too.
Doing it on all sides of the ball. All he needs to do is play corner or safety.
I think if Sean McGrew could, if it was legal, he would probably forego his senior year in high school and go straight to the Division I level. He's that good. 5 touchdowns tonight. It just might be the difference. 49-44, 44 seconds left to go here in regulation. Onside kick, and Jay Serra might have gotten it. They think they do. It might not have gone 10 yards. There's no flag.
They touched it too early.
And
no flag. No flag, though.
Wow. That is horrible officiating right here.
The officials don't even have a call right now. The officials have no call on the field right now. We're awaiting. Both coaches are almost right around midfield waiting for the call. Jay Serra, they are more than convinced that they have the football. But it's St. John Bosco football. Jim Hardigan, he can't believe it.
A flag needs to be thrown on the floor because Jay Serra obviously touched the ball way too early before those 10 yards that it's supposed to go.
Who recovered the football?
That's a great question, but it doesn't matter because of the penalty.
What's unfortunate is the referees probably don't know.
Well, it went 9.5 yards, and you got to let it go 10 on an onside kick. Jay Serra recovered the football. There was no flag. There should have been. But it's St. John Bosco football, and the Braves will just have to take a couple of knees here, and they'll be on their way to a 2-0 start in Trinity League play.
Well, despite being overly penalized, the only penalty that mattered was the last one, or the one that wasn't called.
The penalty that wasn't. What a game. The shootout. 49-44.
What's unfortunate is that the entire hard-fought offensive shootout football game filled with great performances, Sean McGrew's record-breaking day, it ends off of a questionable call on an onside kick, one where the referees didn't even know until the last moment.
This is the type of game that'll start a rivalry. And if, in fact, this is the start of a rivalry in Trinity League play between St. John Bosco and Jay Serra, it's the Braves who come out on top tonight. 49-44, your final score from Lavard Stadium at Orange Coast College. What a game, fellas.